Hi, this is the Untitled podcast, and we are HomeGround where football comes home. So let me introduce myself. My name is Haikal. I'm the host for today, and I'm the Arsenal fan. And we've got Tiru, the United fan, the brains of the outfit, so to say. So for today, as of recording, the transfer window is still ongoing and it's coming towards the end. It's currently Thursday, Singapore time, 8:20-ish. So we've got until 4, 5, 6 a.m. tomorrow, Singapore time. So we're going to talk about transfers ongoing first before heading on to those that already happened, and we're going to analyze them. So I have with me very trusted source. All right. There's a lot of ITKs in the know saying player going here, playing going there, but this guy is trustworthy. He's on Twitter and it's Transfer Checker. All right, so I'm gonna read out his latest tweets and going up to probably somewhere we're gonna stop.
Yep.
So first tweet, the latest one is Newcastle are still working on bringing one more player to the club, as well as Andy Carroll on a free. They are still in negotiations for around 4 or 5 players, and he just wouldn't rule out a late addition. Newcastle United. Do you think they need Andy Carroll?
They need every player they can find. Right.
Yep.
It's going to be a tough season for them.
With the club's just not stable. And it's not been stable for past few years, but I think this season is like everyone just had enough. Even Mike actually seems to be like having enough. Even one point of time, there's like new owners coming in.
The last time we were doing our last podcast, with some oil-rich company was supposed to take over Newcastle, but it never happened.
Next tweet is Arsenal, my club. So he says that Arsenal are not out of the race for Wilfred Zaha. If they can sell Alex Iwobi for around 40 million, this is a real possibility. Unlikely, but possible. Do you think that Zaha fits Arsenal with all the players that's in and maybe some few more additions?
I think Zaha fits Arsenal, but the problem is I wouldn't want Iwobi to leave as well. So that's where the money is a big problem.
So you kind of see that there's something, you see something in Iwobi.
I see them actually playing quite well in tandem on both sides of the wing. So I think that they should fork out 40 million for, or whatever the cost for Zaha, instead of selling Iwobi.
Danny Drinkwater on loan to Burnley is a done deal. Alright, as of right now, it's a done deal according to him, and trust me, it is a done deal. They're still signing from Sean Dyche, and he will do well there. Danny Drinkwater, Leicester, Chelsea, and then Burnley. Is it the right move for him?
Yes, because he's not going to get enough game time at Chelsea with Lampard back as manager. In this case, I think he's going to go with a 4-2-3-1 formation.
Alright.
So here they already signed Matthew Kovacic for 45 million. So I think with Jorginho and Kante, I think there's no place in the squad for him. So it's a good move for him.
David Luiz has completed his Arsenal medical and will put pen to paper on a 2-year deal in the next hour. So this is an hour ago, 6:30 Singapore time. 6:30 Singapore time, David Luiz has completed his Arsenal medical, according to him. So you heard that, right? So if you're watching this at, I don't know what time, hopefully we'll upload this soon.
So how much the fee is? 7 or 8 million?
It's 8 million, but if I were to go down, I've been reading this, so I'm gonna say it's 5 million upfront. So another 3 million might be addition or installments.
So he stays in London.
Yes. And also Arsenal, I mean this two is big. Kieran Tierney. Medical was set to begin at 11 a.m. but was slightly delayed by Luis' arrival. Going ahead shortly, and confirmation of his signature expected by mid-afternoon, and it's his mid-afternoon UK. So Arsenal are focusing on defense finally, but are they the right players? Because David Luiz is, it's not 26-year-old, he's 32. And Kenneth Turney is, well, he can do it, he can play. But so far, the best he's played in is the Scottish Premier League. So are these risky players?
I think it's a risk, but it's something that you have to take because Nacho Monreal is not very young either, so you need someone to cover at left back.
Yep.
And David Luiz comes in as a like-for-like replacement in the sense of age for Koscielny. Because Koscielny just joined Bordeaux, right? Free transfer. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, so spending 8 million. Is it 4 point something?
There's a cost.
There's a fee, yeah.
There's a,
So David Luiz would be someone, you get someone who's experienced in the Premier League, and you have someone who can play the ball from the back.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good signing. Stopgap, but I think it's good.
Yeah, plenty of tweets coming out saying that it's a short term.
Yeah,
I mean
it's a short-term measure.
Yeah. Wolves working hard to try to land one more signing, but nothing currently close. Linked with Frank Cassie of AC Milan last night. UK time, of course, but my information was that they believe he's too expensive.
Okay.
Lamina talks broke down. Lamina's Bournemouth. Either one of those may be revisited if desperation kicks in. So we all know about how, to me, it's stacked. Wolves midfield are. So these two, are they needed actually, or?
It's tough to say because I think Wolves really want to go and punch above their weights, right? So I think they're trying to find the best players who are young, who have a very big market value in the future. So I think probably they're looking at punching above the weight in Europe. So Frank Cassie, to be honest, he's been with AC Milan for a couple of years right now, but actually he's on loan.
Yeah.
Just sealed the deal like this season. So I think.
I mean the previous season, right?
Yeah. No, this season actually.
Oh.
This season for 24 million. So I think he just signed on the dotted line with Milan, so I think that's not a possibility.
Okay.
Right? And Wolves actually got Patrick Cutrone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a young Italian forward. So I don't know what they are on, but I think the agent is raking in millions.
Yep.
And the owner seems to be high on something, so he just keeps on signing.
So as of 3 hours ago, there's no updates regarding Liverpool and United. We'll get into that pretty soon, I hope. Giovanni Lo Celso to Spurs is a done deal as of 2 hours ago. Clubs are still in talk to sign Dybala. I think this guy hasn't updated yet, but I heard Dybala's off because Juventus doesn't, mainly they want to keep him stay. So Lo Celso, good move, and Dybala. Lo Celso first, of course.
Dybala has been with Juventus for some time, so I think it's a quality forward. But I think that if the move does not materialize right now, I think it's better that he stay on for one more season before the next move or something. It's important to keep your mind focused and play out the season well. But I think at a young age, it's like 22. Being in a transfer melee in the last minute and then rushing over to join, I think would not be the right thing to do.
Ozil did that really the last, and Ozil hasn't really performed. They are match in, match out. Lo Celso,
I think it's a good move, but I think Tottenham might be a bit heavy on the midfield side.
Yeah, that's what I thought also. Let's go. Alright, this is interesting. This isn't Premier League, but there is a Premier League club involved. Timo Werner's camp throwing his name around. He had his heart set on a move to Bayern, but that is growing increasingly unlikely in this window. He doubts that anyone moves for him in the next, as of when he tweeted 17 hours ago, but Liverpool are keen on him if he's still at Leipzig in January. So they're not looking at him right now. Is it wise? Liverpool hasn't really signed any players that I think would be like for like replacement or just another kind of player. It's kind of lightweight. So Timo Werner, does he fit in with Klopp's style?
I don't think if it's in Klopp's style.
Because he's a tall player, right?
Yeah, he's not really tall, but he's someone who works on a direct approach of football. So I think that he would not fit into Klopp's style of play. If he does, he has to adapt and change his style of play, but I don't see that happening with him.
All right.
Yeah.
Right, one last from this one, and this is in regards with Manchester United. Romelu Lukaku to Inter Milan, done deal. 5-year contract. And I think the news came in the afternoon.
Yeah,
But-
there was a plane or something.
Right.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to show you the time.
Okay,
That he,
5:43 a.m.
yes, 5:43 a.m. he announced done deal. So Lukaku, I mean, let's start with Lukaku and then we can go with the next, the Premier League, other teams.
Yeah. To me, as a United fan, I think it's quite a surprise because I thought that they will build a team and have him as a centre forward, as the main guy leading the line, and Rashford and Martial being the supporting cast or playing on the 4-3-3. But what happened now is that he's off, and I think that is due to differences with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Okay.
Right, I think there's something happening, and I think United are going to go with a 4-4-2 this season instead.
Oh.
So that is why with Martial and Rashford leading the line. So Lukaku is quite used to leading the line on his own. So I think that he will not fit into the plans that Solskjaer has.
Sorry to interject, but I think this is more like a new manager comes in, new manager wants his ideas, new manager wants his players.
Yep, but Lukaku was with him for the last half season.
Yeah, but he couldn't do anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But the main thing that I'm quite concerned about is nobody's talking about Alexis Sanchez.
But you mentioned Rashford and
Martial.
Martial leading line, so who's going to play on the wings?
I guess Sanchez will do that role,
All right, and the other?
and the other one, Daniel James.
Oh, okay. He's a winger?
Yep.
Oh.
Right. So it's quite interesting. Let's see what happens whether Solskjaer has to bite the bullet for doing this or anything. But I think Conte has convinced Lukaku of his need to be an Inter.
But I don't know what the situation in Inter is, but I know that Icardi is number one, unless like there's something going on that we don't know right now, and Lukaku's number one. But Icardi and Lukaku are two different players, of course.
Yeah, correct. I think as reports and news have come in the recent times, I think Inter have grown tired of Icardi and negotiations with his agent come wife. So I think they have given up on Icardi and they'll probably get rid of him. But I think they need a proven centre forward, and they'll see whether Lukaku fits the bill.
All right.
Right.
So we're gonna. By the way, that's as much as he has updated. So I'm gonna keep checking on.
Yep.
And make sure that you get our reactions to latest updates and transfers. So we're gonna begin with the review.
Yep.
All right. So let's start with Arsenal.
Arsenal, of course. A for Arsenal.
Man, I don't Ceballos. I don't know the proper pronunciation, and I apologize. Ceballos.
Yeah.
Nicola Pepe. I know that one. One more guy.
Saliba.
Yeah, William Saliba. But the reason why I forget is because he's not in Arsenal this season. He'll be in Arsenal next season.
That is back on loan, right?
Yep. Would these players improve Arsenal? Because we know that they need improvement in defense. I've already gone through that. Like to you, they were risky players but needed players. But Ceballos would be for Ramsey maybe. And Pepe is needed on the wings. But we've got Reece Nelson, Iwobi, one man can play on the wings.
Mhm.
Needed or, I mean, what's your thoughts?
I think it's a good signing for Arsenal. But the main thing is that you need new faces. You need to rejuvenate the squad.
Mhm.
You need more people to come in and bring in the wow factor.
Okay.
Right? You need signings each season to bring in and improve the quality of your squad.
Okay.
You know, Pepe might be a winger, but then Reece Nelson might eventually become a forward, and Abu Mayang is not getting young. Right? So you need to plan for future, and I think Emery has done a good job by thinking about the future as well as the expenses of the club. So I think that there's come some good progress with that. Right? Because gone are the days when Arsenal would go out there and buy someone for say 30 million and then get someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have that pulling factor right now.
Yeah.
So I think Pepe is a good signing, something that we can look forward to have more excitement in the squad.
Are you surprised he joined Arsenal?
I'm not surprised because players in the French league are quite what do you call it, inclined to joining Arsenal because of Andre and the French
Yeah.
connection that they had for many years. So I think they should be happy. No, quite a number of French they support Arsenal. Yep. So I think not a big deal.
So you see them as goodbyes.
Yep.
Okay. Next is Aston Villa. You
Yep.
want to fill in?
Yeah, Aston Villa gone out to buy a lot of players.
There's,
at the same time,
I want to touch on Aston Villa because I heard they signed a lot of players. Like they did their own transfer.
They seem to
record,
be
right?
like on the top 10 of the spending list.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we have signed like Nakamba from Bruges, Tom Hinton from Burnley. That was a surprise because that's Burnley's captain there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, for 8.8 million.
But is it Tarkowski or the other guy?
No, Tom Hinton was injured pretty much last season.
Oh,
The entire
okay.
season, but he was captain for some time. Douglas Luiz from Man City.
Oh.
Egyptian midfielder Trezeguet, Belgian defender Bjorn Engels, Erzi Konsa, another defender from Brentford for 33 million, Tyrone Mings from Bournemouth, Matt Taggart for Southampton, Anwar Al Ghazi from Lille, Jota from Birmingham City, not to be mixed up with Diego Jota from
Yeah.
Wolves. Yeah. Courtney House from Wolves for 3.4 million, and Brazilian for Wesley from Bruges for 25 million.
The one that interests me is actually the last one, Wesley, because if you play FM Football Manager, you've heard of him before. Is he can perform,
Mhm.
but can he perform in the Premier League?
But that's the main thing here because we don't have much Brazilian players in the league.
Firmino, Alisson,
Yep,
Fred,
yep,
Fernandinho.
yep. But not as much as you have in the French league,
Yeah, of
or
course.
the Italian league, or the Spanish league, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, when you buy a Brazilian player, you either get Clemberson or you get Edu.
Edu?
Spanish. He was in Arsenal.
That,
So you get someone who does well or someone who does not.
Okay.
Fulfill the expectations, right?
I thought if you were to say that, I mean, no disrespect, I love Edu. He's our technical director, if I'm not wrong. But Cleberson or Fernandinho would have been better,
Maybe.
unless you.
No, I'm not going to go to Man City.
Okay, but last season Fulham did the same thing. They spent a lot of money, I think
Yeah.
more than 100 million.
Yeah.
Do you think that Aston Villa is going the same route or it's different? And sorry, John Terry is still the assistant manager, right?
Yep.
All right.
The thing with Arsenal is that they want to ensure that they survive in the Premier League for at least the next 3 seasons and establish themselves as a top flight club. Because before this, they have never been relegated before.
Yeah.
Right, so as you see, Tyrone Mings was on loan there. Same for El Ghazi. And Jota has worked with the manager Dean Smith before. So I think they are adding players with experience, like Tom Hinton as a goalkeeper. And signing players who are there on loan. So you have like 4 or 5 players who you know you work with then you're adding the rest. So I think it's a blatant attempt to survive the Premier League. But I think it also happens to be the case where if you're not if you're a club with good financial backing and you have TV money that comes in, of course you're going to spend to make sure that you survive. But then I'm not sure if 150 million is justifiable for a club that just got promoted. Yep.
I'm gonna skip the rest few, especially Chelsea, because
Only have one signing.
Yep.
But that's a pre-arranged signing with Kovacic.
Yep. And Pulisic is in.
Yep. Earlier as well. Yep.
Let's go straight to Everton.
Yep. They have spent 87 million.
Wow.
You know,
It's a lot for Everton actually.
in the older days, not so long ago, let's say about 15 years ago,
Okay.
87
It's
million
still-
is like the highest that anyone would spend in a league. Like, for example, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, Everton are spending 87 million.
Yeah, but I mean, what you're trying to say is, one point of time, Chelsea was spending 87 million.
Yeah.
And Chelsea were like the richest club
Yeah.
in the world
Yeah.
at one point of time.
Yeah.
But now Everton are spending that kind of money, which just shows the inflation in football.
Yeah. That's the main thing I would highlight. Like, Gary Cahill has left Chelsea
Yeah.
and joined Crystal Palace for free.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Everton, back to Everton, right?
Yeah.
They signed Moise Keane from Juventus for 27.5 million. So imagine Everton going out there and signing a player from Juventus. Fabian Delph from Man City, 9.5 million. Andre Gomez from Barcelona, 25 million. That's a pre-arranged signing. Jonas Losel from Huddersfield. I mean, they signed him like some time ago, earlier. And they got Disbro Bibile from Monaco. on
Is
loan.
it confirmed?
It's a loan.
But it's confirmed.
Yes, no.
Wow.
They got him a loan. And they signed Jean-Philippe Gbamin from Mainz for 25 million.
Okay. Is that all?
Yeah.
Gbamin, actually, I played Football Manager and I signed him. I'm not gonna say which club I use. It's not a Premier League club, but the club's prestigious and it's like Gbamin's like in terms of the league, he's I wouldn't say average. He's good enough to play in the league, but my scouts just don't rate him. Again, this is just a game. Don't rate him highly like one of those. Not like Fernandinho. I mean, Fernandinho's great,
Okay.
but it's not at Fernandinho's level, at
Okay.
least minimum. So I believe that Gbamin's like a replacement for Gueye.
Yeah.
Because Gueye left for PSG.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is a buy, but I mean a good buy. But whether he will be like for like replacement, we're about to see this season.
Yeah, but they also have Fabian Delph.
Okay,
Right.
but
And they lost James McCarthy.
yeah,
So I think they got two midfielders in to replace the two that they lost. So I think it's a like-for-like replacement. But with Fabian Delph, his experience in the league with Aston Villa and Man City, and I think he's going to be one of the leaders in the squad. Okay, right? Okay.
is there any other interesting thing? Moise Keane,
Yep.
interesting or
I think it's a move inspired by the events that happened in Italy.
okay?
So I think he took a stand and he moved to the EPL. At the same time, he knows that it's not going to be number one because Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be there until he's 40, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that it's a good move for him, and it's for in a lot of cases, English youngsters are going out to try their hand in the German leagues and etc. So I think why not? Yeah, it's a good amount of players moving around in different countries and exploring different cultures. So I think there will be a cosmopolitan league in the future.
Moise Keane is this kind of transfers. It's like he's a young player, right?
Yep.
And he goes to a Premier League club. To me, it's Everton. With all due respect, it's not top 6 club. So either he's gonna be like his career stagnate there, or he's gonna be snapped up by United or Chelsea
You never know.
or City. I mean, do you think it's the right move for him? That's why I'm trying to get. Everton.
The main thing here is you have to also look at the amount of money that's in the league. With the EPL, the pay is much better.
Yep.
Yep. In the Italian Serie A, you don't get paid that much. So that's one of the main factors, I believe. And further to that, there are instances where Italians have come to the EPL and lighted it up, like Zola,
Yes.
Emilio.
It's been a while since they light up Premier League. I mean, last ladder was probably Balotelli with fireworks.
Fireworks, yeah. So I think it's a good move for him because I think it's like you don't move to the top tier club, you move to a mid tier club, and then prove your worth, and you get to the top. Yeah, so I think it's a good move.
Okay. Is it Leicester next or?
That's Leicester with Yuri Tillmans at 45 million.
Is he the only signing?
Oh, no, they have used Perez from Newcastle United.
Oh, okay. Ayuze Perez.
33.4 million.
That's expensive.
Yep.
I mean, Ayuze Perez doesn't score day in, day out, but
Actually, it's nothing to the bank.
that's a good deal for Newcastle.
Yep.
Yuri Tillmans, do you think he's players second season syndrome, that kind of thing, like they perform well in the first season, even if it's a loan of 6 months, and then the second season they drop off. Michu comes to mind. I mean, although he's a signing.
When you look at 2 months, I think that he has proved his worth at Leicester. And prior to that, was Monaco, and the season wasn't going well, and they were like in a relegation battle and stuff like that. So I think, and he just joined Monaco at the point of time.
Yeah, okay.
So I think that he suits the Premier League much better than the French League. I think he shows his quality on the pitch when it comes to the EPL. So, and to be honest, I thought that United were going to snap him as a replacement for Ender Herrera, but not again.
So you actually rate him?
I rate him
Okay.
highly.
Oh, Liverpool? Oh, hold on. Big transfer. Maguire. Are they going to miss Harry Maguire?
Leicester. Of course, they're going to miss Lavia.
But I read somewhere that recently, of course, that Manchester United did not buy Leicester's best defender.
Who's Leicester's best defender?
I don't know. They didn't want the name because they didn't want to sell him.
Johnny Evans is there.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, maybe it's Ben Chilwell. I mean, defender, not centre back.
Yeah, Ben Chilwell is good. Johnny Evans is an ex-United boy. So I think it's just what do you call that? I think it's just a banter.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see how, because we could have gotten him at 4 million.
Yes.
From Sheffield United.
Yes.
During the chosen ones era. Yeah. Okay. We'll move on to Liverpool. Not much. They signed Adrian, the goalkeeper from West Ham, on a free.
I mean, that's the truth, though.
Yeah. And Sepp Vandenberg from Wall for 1.9 million. I'm not sure if people know him, but I think people who are in playing FM might know him. Man City, they out of nowhere they signed the Angelino from PSV Eindhoven for 12 million.
Have you heard of him?
Nope.
I'll be honest, I haven't heard of him.
This is the first time I heard of it. Right? Then we go to.
Pep Guardiola, when he was at Barcelona, signs like I can't pronounce his name. Starts with a C. Sheikh, the defender. Do you think that it's this same?
It's like all over again. I think it's from Zenit St. Petersburg, right?
Yeah.
His career was gone.
Maybe it was I remember it's like a Ukrainian guy.
Yeah.
So it's like weird. But no, this
We'll find his name for you.
Yeah.
And Rodri from Atletico Madrid was 70 million. Yeah. And they actually got Zach Stefan, who's a goalkeeper from United States, Columbus Crew, but they have loaned him out immediately. And this morning's latest news is that Joao Cancelo. And Danilo goes in the opposite direction. Right?
Rodri. We've watched the Community Shield. With Rodri, I mean, of course he's a better, he's at this point of time better player than Fernandinho. Is there like anyone else that they could have signed?
It's really hard to say.
I'm talking about other positions. Of course.
Other positions. I think they should have gotten a forward.
But they already have two. And
They only
Sterling
have
Summers.
They have an aging Aguero and you have Gabriel Jesus, and Jesus is like blowing hot and cold at times.
Yeah.
Aguero has always stepped up to do the job, but age is catching up. So I think that they could have gone and gotten a goal scorer. You know, like a line waiting when Aguero finally moves to back to Argentina to Independiente.
Yep.
So I was surprised they didn't sign any forwards.
And I mean, even if you look at the market right now,
I mean, you never know that suddenly that they'll play with the false number 9.
yeah, I mean, I've seen Sterling played there before, false 9. So I kind of disagree with you that they need another striker, but at the same time, it's like you make good value points.
Well, I still think that you still need an out-and-out striker when it comes to places like this.
All right.
You have to understand they won the first league title with an out-and-out striker.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's important to have different kinds of forwards when it comes to a team like Man City.
I mean, fair enough. What I wanted to ask was about Leroy Sané. I mean, I don't know whether the deal's off or on or anything, but would City actually miss him? I mean, personally, I don't see Bernardo Silva playing in the wing as much better than playing in the central midfield because I think that he's more suited centrally. So do you think Sané will be a miss if he leaves?
Excuse me. You see, the thing with the Italians and the Germans, if you leave the Serie A, you're out of the Italian league.
Yeah.
If you leave the German league, you're probably out of the German league. National team. Yeah, so I think Leroy Sané is trying to win his place back in the German team by moving back to Germany.
Okay.
Right. So that should be the case here because with Man City, he's not going to get enough playing time as well.
But Sterling on the right, Sané on the left, that's always been...
Well, that's Mahrez and everyone. Yeah.
So they wouldn't actually miss him.
Yep.
But Mahrez has been blowing hot and cold as well as
Yes.
which is interesting. Okay, with City,
Yep. Now we City.
now it's your club.
United, we got Harry Maguire, we got Wan-Bissaka, and Daniel James. That's about it. Nobody else is coming.
Is it enough?
It's not enough.
Which positions do you think should have?
Midfield.
Central?
Central midfield.
Who's playing there now? If you think about 4-4-2, who's playing there too? The middle two.
Seriously, no idea.
You got Matic,
Slow.
Fred,
Slow.
who else can play there?
The young kid.
They just signed, was it last season or something like that?
Yeah.
3. That's it?
We needed a established box-to-box midfielder.
Okay.
So we're going to get that, and maybe another winger. So we're going to get that. We'll find a left back. We need one centre back. Yes, we got him. So Lindelof as a new partner. Pogba needs another supporting midfielder.
There's Pogba. Forgot about him.
Who is Pogba? So Pogba needs another supporting midfielder with him at the side. Someone who does dirty work, to be honest. And I was expecting another winger to join.
In your fantasy,
In my fantasy.
in your fantasy, who would you, actually go out and sign right now, even though the window's closing?
It's tough to say, but it's not going to happen. But in my fantasy world, would be Marco Reus.
And on the wing?
Yep.
And the central midfield?
Central midfield, probably Bruno Fernandes, maybe.
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
The guy.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Alright. I'm sorry to cut you off. We'll get back to United.
Yep.
The guy just tweeted as of 2 minutes ago, Kieran Tierney, David Luiz, both done deals.
For Arsenal.
Yes, both done deals for Arsenal. You want to go reactions or we already had it?
Oh, we already had it.
Alright, so let's have my reaction. Alright, I do not want to see David Luiz playing alongside, if he's still there, Shkodran Mustafi. Because two of them are disorganized. Yeah, as much Luiz when he's on his day, he's organized, but most of the time he's out of place. Let's go back to that 2014 semi-final 7-1. he didn't have Thiago Silva next to him, and
Yeah.
it's gone. So I hope Socrates is the one playing next to him most of the time,
Mhm.
or even Rock Holding, but not Mustafi. I just hope that age hasn't caught up with him yet, for at least for this season. And as for Kieran Tierney, welcome to Arsenal. Let's switch to United's defense. Harry Maguire.
Mhm.
Happy, sad, disappointed. Okay.
Okay.
You're not like it's Harry Maguire.
I'm not excited.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's me and it comes to Arsenal, even though it's 80 million, I do not care. But it's Harry Maguire.
To be honest, I think he is exactly the same kind of player as Lindelof.
Okay.
So I wanted someone else who would provide
Like,
a more athletic movement.
You prefer a balance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, usually you have one defender who's faster,
Mm-hmm.
who goes in for the tackle,
Yep.
and you have one who's calm,
Mhm.
composed, sits back, and leads the defense.
That's Lindelof.
Yeah.
And now Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
Can Harry Maguire play alongside with the other two, Smalling, Jones?
Smalling and Jones are a pair meant for each other, so they have to play together. Nobody else can play with them. The moment you put them together with another defender, they become calamitous.
Okay. Lastly, Harry Wan-Bissaka.
Good signing.
Excited?
Excited for him,
Okay.
but I think we still lack cover on the right,
The right back.
the right backs because Ashley Young is not a right back.
They don't have cover, right?
Yeah. Dalot.
Oh, but he's also not.
He's not also a full-fledged. I still think that his best position is a wing back.
Okay, there's a difference between a fullback and a wingback
Mhm.
actually, and I've been watching. I mean, I didn't care for these positions when Arsenal were playing back 4
Mhm.
until they switched to a back 5. I can see that Kolasinac. I mean, with a wingback you attack more
Yeah.
because you got 3 men and they'll like support you, cover you. But with a fullback, it's both attack and defense. So there's a huge difference in those two where it's like you don't have cover and you actually have cover, and it's the defense you're talking about. So if you were to say that, right, I don't want Bissaka to play both positions.
Mhm.
Just to be clear.
The thing about fullbacks, you need fullbacks who are calm and composed
Uh-huh.
when they're defending, and have to be off the blocks quick when you're
Mhm.
gonna attack.
Mhm.
And it's important that your right back and your right wing have a good communication, have good and play in tandem,
Mhm.
the overlaps and etc. For example, Ray Parler and Livingston,
Mhm.
Beckham and Neville.
Yep. There's
So
a like
that's the understanding between the players. So you have to find a understanding between these two positions.
Okay.
So if you don't have that, then your fullback is just a defender. There's no
Yep.
progress in attack. So
Yep.
that's the main thing here.
Okay. Next club
Um,
that you've seen that you find interesting.
I find interesting. Let's see. Southampton have got highly rated youngster Chi Adams from Birmingham City.
Okay.
Re-signed Danny Ings from Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's 22.2 million.
Yeah.
That's the money is crazy.
Let's go to West Ham then.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Marco Anatovic is not with them anymore. He's
Yeah.
gone to China.
Mhm.
So they got Spanish goalkeeper Roberto on a free. That's like a replacement for Adrian.
Mhm.
Pablo Fornals from Villarreal for 28 million.
His name has been like linked with Arsenal, several other clubs like for the past few windows.
Yeah. And then they have Sebastian Haller from Frankfurt for 40 million.
This guy plays alongside Jovic, right?
Yep.
And Jovic left for Real Madrid. So
So Frankfurt have the full double positions. Yeah.
I don't know whether that's the right move.
But with the amount of money coming in and a number of young players coming in the German Bundesliga, I think it's okay.
That depends. They have to. I mean, young players, they have potential, but you need. Jovic is proven and Haller is proven. These kids need to step up. If they can take the kids.
Let's see how it happens. Now let's go to the surprise package and European heavyweight matches. Wolves. Okay, they got this Azerbaijani forward Renat Dalashov this morning.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and they load him back to Portugal. Right, I'm not sure which club they load him out to. Okay, then Bruno Jadao from Lazio, Pedro Neto from Lazio as well, Flavio Cristavo from Aves. That's 3 Portuguese players.
It goes on.
Yeah, Patrick Coutron from Milan, Spanish defenders Jesus Leo from Real Madrid on loan, Don Knocker from Anderlecht, and Raúl Jiménez from Benfica.
So, sorry, Jimenez was a loan last season.
Yeah,
Alright. So,
38 million.
do you think they can go far with these signings? Of course, they're adding, like we just mentioned, Kessie. Do you think they can go far in the Europa League?
I think they're adding a lot of European flair to the team,
Yes.
and it's quite sad to say because the Wolves is a predominantly English team all these years, and suddenly they look like a Spanish team.
Yes.
The Spanish, not Spanish, sorry, Portuguese,
Yes.
right? So let's see how this works out, because when foreign players get lucrative moves in the La Liga, they are meant to go. So yeah, let's see how this works out. But I really like the agent.
Who's is it?
I don't know who's the agent, but he's laughing to the bank. Okay, Mendes is one of them.
Because he's Portuguese.
Yeah.
Before we end, any other clubs outside of Europe that you
Outside Europe, no, we just have to look at some clubs in Europe. Let me highlight to you some of the ones that I have here. Roberto Soriano from Villarreal to Bologna.
Okay.
We have Raja Nainggolan from Inter
Yes.
Milan on loan to Cagliari.
And it's because of he wants to repay Cagliari or something.
Yeah.
like that.
Kevin Prince Boateng, who was on loan in Barcelona last year, has joined Fiorentina on a permanent deal.
Which club was he from?
Sassuolo.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Inter with a host of signings. They signed Radu from Genoa, goalkeeper. And Godin from Madrid,
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid.
I thought Arsenal should have signed.
Valentino Lazaro from Berlin. And Matteo Politano from Sassuolo for 20 million. And as recent times, they have signed Lukaku. Juventus, we all know who Juventus signed. Okay, the lead.
Yeah, the league, is it the right move for him?
I think so, yes.
Okay. I mean, he has legends, living legends to look from.
Yep. And Christian Romero from Genoa. Turkish midfielder Demiral from Sassuolo for 18 million. Adrian Rabiot for free from PSG. Ramsey from Arsenal for free. Luca Pellegrini from Roma for 22 million. He's a defender, by the way. And of course, Gianluigi Buffon. Resigned. Okay. Milan have signed Kuric from Empoli, Theo Hernandez from Real Madrid, and Kessie confirms the signing. Napoli has signed 3 goalkeepers.
Wow.
Alex Merud, 22 million from Udinese, Ospina from Arsenal for 3.5 million, and Orestis Canezis, also from Udinese, for 2.5 million.
That's strange.
And they also got Kostas Manolas from
Kostas
Roma
Manolas.
from 3.5 for 36 million.
It's not 3.5.
36 million, sorry. What do we have? I think that's about it. Let's go to the German league.
I mean, let's talk about Dortmund actually.
Mhm.
I mean, they made quite a number of signings. They sold Pulisic in January, but he's still with them. But to replace him, they actually signed 2 women's, I think, or 2.
They signed Torgan Hazard.
Yeah.
Eden Hazard's brother.
Yeah, and Julian Brandt.
Yeah, Julian Brandt. And they also re-signed Matt Hummels back
Yes. So is this the season?
Maybe, and they signed Alcazar on a permanent deal.
Okay.
So I think this might be the season. They also got Nicholas Schultz from Hoffenheim for 25 million. But they sold the Diallo to PSG.
Yeah. That's maybe because Thomas is back. Maybe.
Maybe. That's 32 million and this 3.5 million is roughly 1.5 million. But age makes
Yes.
yeah.
Of course. The big
Marcus Thuram, son of Lilian
Lilian
Thuram.
Thuram.
Yeah, has joined Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Okay.
Bayern signed Benjamin Pavard and Lucas Hernandez from Atletico Madrid. The other Hernandez.
Yeah. Let's end with the big two in the La Liga,
Yep.
or probably three.
Yep. Atletico Madrid has spent 243.5 million. Right?
And most of
Kylian
it is
Trippier.
to one guy.
Yeah. Kylian Trippier
One kid actually.
and Mario Hermoso. Hector Herrera from Porto. Joao Felix 1.26 million.
Is he worth that money?
I think so because I think there was 7-1 dropping of 7-3, right?
I know that's a 7.
Yeah.
Benfica against what was it?
No, 7-3 Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid.
Oh, okay.
So I think he was quite instrumental in setting up the goals. Marcus Llorente from Real Madrid for 30 million. Ibanez, I think for free. Barcelona, they signed Junior Firpo from Betis from 18 million.
He's actually a good left back actually.
Yeah. I mean, Jordi Alba has been there,
Yes.
yes, stay, but they've signed a few players to support him, but nobody
It's
else.
it's not on his level.
Yep. Including Lucas Digne.
Actually, Lucas Digne, I think that it's not that he's not on Alba's level. I just feel that they're different kind of
Yeah.
forwards. I mean,
Yep.
that's my opinion.
Different kind, but there's no Jordi Alba out there.
Yes.
That's the main thing here. Griezmann for 120 million.
Right move for him?
I don't think so. Yeah. There are signs that show that he's not a good move. Neto from Valencia, it's a Brazilian goalkeeper. Emerson from Atletico Marino, and Frankie de Jong from Ajax.
Okay.
Nabil Fekir from Lyon has signed for Betis.
Yep.
Interestingly, French midfielder Yacine Fakir from Lyon has also joined Betis.
Alright, let's end it with
Real Madrid. We have to go to
Real Madrid.
Eden Hazard, Eden Militao, Mendy from Lyon, Luka Jovic from Frankfurt, and Rodrigo from Santos.
Is it enough?
Real Madrid on a major rebuilding course.
Yeah, but I just feel like it's not enough, just like United.
No, it's not enough. It's not enough. They probably need more reinforcements in defense.
Yep.
And midfield, because you have Toni Kroos who's just reached 30, and then Modric is already 33. So I think it's time to improve your squad.
Yep.
And that's about it.
Right.
So
So
you want to go to the other team?
I don't
Just
think
PSG.
All right.
It is Gueye from Everton, Diallo from Oman, Michel Barker from Ajax, and Herrera for free from United, Pablo Sarabia from Sevilla, and Marcin Bulka from Chelsea. He's a goalkeeper. He's signed because Kevin Trapp has gone to Frankfurt.
But I've never heard of.
No.
I don't think personally. I don't think these players are enough for them to win the Champions League.
Not to win the Champions League, but I think they are looking at the balancing the financial fair play
Makes sense.
that they have had trouble with in recent times.
Yep. All right. So we're gonna end the show here. We're gonna quickly check the transfer checker, and has it been a good transfer for you? I mean, interesting transfer window for you?
Quite interesting because I think it's quite one of the, not one of the, it's the first transfer window that we have that doesn't go into that doesn't eat into the season.
Yeah.
So clubs have to finish business before the league starts,
Mhm.
the season starts. But I think it's interesting because I think clubs are still short
Yes.
on positions.
Yes.
And I think they did not expect negotiations to go into Hulks just before the window closes.
Yes. Right, so we're going to end it there. Transfer Checker has not and doesn't have any updates so far. We wish we could have talked more about it, but unfortunately, that's as much information that we have. We hope you enjoy the show. Please do like, share, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Like this video and follow us and like us on Facebook, as well as follow us on Instagram as well as Twitter. So this is Haikal and Tiru signing out.
HomeGround.